Hey friends, how's everybody doing? Like I said, semi-breaking news. This broke yesterday. Um, I'm a little late to the game because I had to work. I actually have now a full-time job that I'm working, and so I didn't get to make this when it broke, and until when YouTube finally becomes baggy eyes. When YouTube finally becomes my full-time job, then we can stay a little more up to date on breaking news. But this one's a little late, and I decided to go live with it. And so check it out. WWE Releases. 19 more performers have been released. I'm going to go down the list. There's some surprises on this list. Ember Moon, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, Mia Yim, Gran Metalik, Nia Jax, Lance Dorado, Jeet Rama, Katrina Cortez, Trey Baxter, Zyda Raymer, Jesse Kama, B-Fab, One Lorcan, Frankie Monet, Eva Marie, and Scarlett Bordeaux. Wow. Of those names are some prominent ones, like Ember Moon was hot stuff there for the longest time. Keith Lee has not been there that long. He was off TV, and then he was repackaged with the Bearcat name, and now all of a sudden he's gone. Karrion Kross was getting ready to get repackaged. He was huge in NXT. He was hugely popular. Scarlett Bordeaux was right at his side. She's gone. Nia Jax is another surprise. Even though there were a lot of complaints about Nia Jax from some folks, mostly internet wrestling community. But yeah, so what does all this mean? Well, the rumor is, and I'm gonna reacquire my glasses here. The rumor is that WWE is trying to go younger. And it's very possible that COVID has a lot to do with this as far as profitability of the company, even though they say they're in good shape. But, it could have a lot to do with it. But there's a mandate, apparently, that they want to go younger. They want to go younger, and they want the guys to be bigger. They want 6'2" is from what I understand. But anyway, here's the here's the headline. Excuse me. WWE continuing the restructuring of its operations Thursday as a number of wrestlers have been released. Of course, we just went through the list, and of course, the tagline: "We wish them well in their future endeavors." I mean, that is wild. There was another article that had that was talking about the age of the performers. Look at this. From comicbook.com report says multiple stars may have been released due to vaccinations. That's interesting. See, tonight WWE fans were shocked when the company released a multitude of superstars. Nia Jax. The standard budget cuts reasoning was given for the releases according to the email sent to release talent, but a new report by Matt Men's Andrew Zarian says that a knowledgeable source about the cuts says believe that 4 of the stars that were cut were released because of not being vaccinated. The New York Post spoke to a source of WWE and said one of the reasons Jax was released is due to not being vaccinated. They did not mention the other 3 names. That's interesting, because here we are in the land of we're trying to determine whether personal choice versus these vaccine mandates. I went ahead and got vaccinated due to family members being immunocompromised and their age, but I'm kind of the opinion it should be a choice thing. Nobody forces you to get a flu vaccine. You either get a flu vaccine or you don't. Let me try to move on here and see if there's any other. I thought I saw something about the ages. So let's Google that and see what we got here. Sportskeeda, there it was. Whether this is accurate or not. Age was reportedly one of the key reasons for WWE releasing some of their talents. The company wants to add more stars in their 20s and looking for people with an legitimate athletic background. That's the rumor I've heard ever since Johnny Ace got back into the talent relations position. So that also comes from Dave Meltzer, longtime Wrestling Observer reporter, guru guy. I don't know what to call him. Some people like Meltzer, some people don't. But says WWE switching things around. The report claims they want to recruit more people in their 20s, and the age of their current stars played a big part in recent releases. So you got to think when Jeff Hardy's contract is up that he's gone, because he's in his late 40s. Ages apart in many of the decisions because the company is well aware they don't have enough talent in their 20s on TV. Looking at recruiting bigger, younger, and people with more of a legitimate athletic background going forward. The new directives on hiring women is the recommendations 25 or younger. Wow. The main roster talent has a 90-day non-compete, meaning they are free on February 2nd. Those without main roster deals have a 30-day non-compete, meaning they're free on December the 4th. Wow. Isn't that ageism? There ought to be some kind of protection against that. I don't know. I'm not a legal person by any means. Wow, it's crazy. I don't know what to say about that, especially when we had wrestlers that were wrestling well into their 50s. Undertaker, Triple H in his late 40s. Ric Flair wrestled till he was 58, 59. I don't know. It's a tough answer. Of course, when we get as we get older, we sometimes we don't perform as well. We don't look as good. That's just part of human nature. But, man, like I said, there's some surprising names on that list. Nia being one, Ember being one. I thought Karrion Kross was going to be a huge deal. I thought Keith Lee was going to be a huge deal, and now they're gone. So where do these people end up? And certainly they can't all end up in AEW because, man, that roster is bloated right now. I mean, it's just absolutely – I mean, they're signing people left and right. I mean, they just signed Bobby Fish, and, of course CM Punk, Danielson, and all that kind of stuff. And, Adam Cole. Speaking of that, did you see the numbers for this week? Ooh. I don't know how much those ratings mean. They seem to make a big deal of it back and forth on Twitter. But, yeah, we're back down to less than 1 million for AEW Dynamite. I'm sure Tony Khan's probably got a plan to try to turn that around. But it's like ever since the switch to Saturday, and for some reason, some of the fan base didn't follow them back to Wednesday night. I don't know. I always find that weird that people that regularly watch wrestling on TV can't seem to make the switch to another channel. Are there that many just casual people just watching along and they're not devout followers? That's never made sense to me. But in any event, since the Saturday night switch, of course, numbers were down for Saturday night, and then when they came back, they did. I want to say the number was around 980,000, and then this week it's around 878,000. So we'll take a look at that and see if those numbers improve next week. And certainly they're going to bump from Full Gear, the Full Gear pay-per-views, November 13th. Oh, let me put that back on. There was a little glitch there with my power button. The Full Gear pay-per-view is the 13th. If it's as good as their other pay-per-view offerings, maybe they'll get a bump on TV. We'll see. But there was a report, also another report, that Turner, TNT, Warner Media, was happy with the progress that AEW's made. So I don't think they're in any trouble, but just keep an eye on those numbers, and let's see if they improve any. Okay, that's going to do it for me. I just wanted to make a little quick video and touch on the releases and touch on AEW a little bit. And we'll see you next time here on The Willis Show. Thanks.